What's up, everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and we got another breakdown for you here today on Melvin Gordon. I'm a big fan of Melvin Gordon. I had him on my fantasy team this year. Hopefully, he's able to have a big game tonight. I got him started. Hopefully, this will get some good karma going that way. But anyways, he's 6'1", 207 pounds. So he's now overall, like we did Alvin Kamara a few weeks ago, and he's 225. So he's not necessarily really big, but he looks really big when you're watching him. I mean, he looks like a really strong guy. And even when you watch him play, he seems like he plays a lot bigger than he actually is, which just is a testament to his heart and overall hard work. But we'll go ahead and get it started there. So when you see him drive off the line, really he reminds me of a lot of Aaron Darnold, just because Aaron Darnold did a really good job maintaining a strong posture. And when you think about posture and creating a lot of power, force, those two go hand in hand with each other. You're not going to be able to create very much power if your posture is not correct. So having a very, very nice even spine as he's driving through is really helping him in creating a lot of force in those first beginning steps, which I imagine helps him a lot as a running back. As he gets going, he starts from more of a power position than an overall speed position. And as we start to see him open up here, you start to see where he gets a lot of speed from, which is once he gets past 20 yards or 15 yards and he starts really getting going, he has a lot of speed. And what's really an underrated thing that he makes look so easy, which is just crazy to me, is how well he drives that heel up to his butt. I mean, being able to drive your heel up to the butt that easily and have that much range of motion through the quad and also that much strength through the hamstring is just absolutely phenomenal. In terms of just from a size perspective, because he has big legs, and also a strength perspective. So definitely something that is a unique part of what makes him really good. Another thing is he really maximizes the use of his hamstrings. Not only is he really strong there, but he uses that strength as something to really better himself as. So as he's driving that knee up, you can see he begins the process here of using the hamstring. So in order to get that strong pullback in your legs, you got to be able to have a lot of strength up there, and you can see that he does a good job of kind of positioning the front part of his body forward and then pulling his hamstring back or his legs back simultaneously, and that helps him in creating full force all the way through the entire movement. And as we get going and it gets a little bit more lined up, what you start to notice is that he also really maximizes the vertical movement within the running form. So he's driving down, and as he's driving down, he's pushing down hard into the ground. And because he pushes himself down hard into the ground, he really gets a good amount of upward force. And by getting that upward force, again, that helps out with that posture. I mean, look at how much his legs are underneath him and the center of gravity is underneath him. I see a lot of guys that when they're going through this push-off, their legs seem like they're way behind, and their body seems like it's way out in front. He has everything right centered up underneath them very, very well. And that's just because when he's pushing off more down and getting much more upward force in it rather than pushing off and pushing himself that way, which just makes it so his feet end up way behind him, which I even see that within some of those top level sprinters, which a big difference between a lot of NFL players and top-level sprinters is the size. I mean, there's not very many guys that are 200 pounds that are running in the Olympics, and especially not guys that are 6'1". So just because Melvin Gordon has so much size, and being able to still run in a 4.5 is such an impressive thing to be able to do, and really is a testament to what he does within his running form, whether that's natural or coached up. But yeah, getting that really nice vertical press also allows him to have a little bit more time off the ground and gives him that ability to really get a big high knee drive. I mean, look at how high he gets that knee up, and then he pulls his leg underneath him and does a great job in that landing position, but really maximizes that hamstring and glute activation. I would say, one of the things he would need to do to maintain overall health is going to be really strengthen those hip flexors, because he's so good at using his hamstrings, using his glutes, using his low back. He has to have strong hip flexors, strong core in order to counteract that, because the agonist and the antagonist, or the opposite groups of muscles, need to be able to work synonymously with each other. So if your hamstrings are working really, really hard, he's got to obviously have strong hip flexors and a strong core, but I can see there being potential problems within that area: groin, hip flexor, core area because of just how much force he has in the hamstring, or obviously overuse within the hamstrings as well. But yeah, overall, I think that that's really good information for you guys to really understand. I mean, when you're driving off that back leg, you really got to be able to try to keep that heel close to your body. You don't want to let that foot get too far back behind you, because then it just takes too long for you to get that foot back and through, which then impacts how well you can pull back here. And this is a key part of what I see basically all top level sprinters do, is really create a lot of pull in their body there. And so again, Melvin Gordon does that very, very well, and that's why he's able to perform the way that he does. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching the breakdowns. If you have any questions, you can always email me, Morey, M-O-R-E-Y, @yourperformancelab.com. Also, if you were interested in getting our 60-second free breakdown, you should send me an email for that as well. You can send that to me personally or at our info@yourperformancelab.com email. Be able to get you on our Instagram for 60 seconds, and check that out if you have in our Instagram at performance_labs.com. Also, check out our online programs. We have jumping, we have speed, we have throwing, we have general fitness, anything that can help you in becoming a better overall athlete. We want to be able to participate in and help you achieve those goals. So as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you soon. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, you can subscribe down below, and that way you can get updates on any of the new videos that we get. Also, if you want to, you can check out some of our other breakdowns for speed and throwing. We have exercises, also jumping mechanics videos, a lot of great stuff within our channel. Hope you enjoy.